from 15 to 17, almost 18, all my life was football. Go to the school, play football, go to train, play football, come back home, play football on the street. Okay, well, hello guys, welcome to a new video. I know it's been a while, but yeah, I'm here again, I'm back. And actually, in today's video, I want to talk with you about what do you need actually to sign a pro contract in football, okay, to be a pro player, because I actually think that there's a lot of misconceptions, okay. A lot of people think that it's only hard work, and no, it's not. Okay, so well, in this video I want to talk with you about my experience when I signed my first pro contract at 17 in a pro club here in Mexico, in the third division. It will be like the fourth, but it's called Tercera División, or third division. Okay, well, so one of the first things that I would like to talk with you about is okay, I'm gonna do a voiceover, but I'm gonna explain 3 points in this video. And if you like this video, just leave a comment and I will do a part 2 and maybe a part 3. Okay, these are like the essentials that I think that really will help you to get that first pro contract. Okay, well, I'm gonna talk with you about my story. Okay, so the first thing is that when I was 15, it was my first contact with my first approach with a pro football. Okay, because at 15 I did a pre-season with a professional club in third division. So at 15 I had that opportunity. Okay, and I realized I really, that really changed my mind, because that made me realize that I had a lot of stuff to work on, and that if I really want that, I will have to push harder and harder, even though that I was thinking that I was really pushing hard. Okay, so at 15, actually I started to take football seriously about when I was like 13 or 14, something like that. So it was actually a little bit of luck that just at 15 I got my first opportunity. So okay, I did my preseason with that team, but what happened is that at the finish of the preseason, I actually went to the tryouts. I make it to the tryouts. I make it to the last team. Okay, to the last cut, to the last part of players that they will pick. They will select to form the team, the actual team. Okay, so I was a part of that team. It was from like 100 guys, and it was reduced to almost like 30 guys, something like that. Okay, and I was on that selection, so that really gave me a lot of confidence. But what happened is that at the end of that preseason, I had an opportunity to go to Europe with my aunt and my brother, and I decided that I wanted to take that opportunity. Actually, I didn't want to do that. Okay, I was a little bit nervous and I had a little bit of pressure because the tickets were already bought. So I felt a little bit of guilty if I didn't make that. So I just decided that okay, I will go to the trip. And I really think that because of that decision, I didn't sign my first contract at 15 instead of 17. Okay, but okay, that's other stuff. Okay, but well, that's the first thing. That's the first part that I would like to talk with you. And with this, it comes the first point that I want to talk, and is that you have to begin your football career as early as possible. Okay. I already thought that I was old because I was 15, and you just don't realize. Okay, I've always been a guy that puts a lot of pressure on myself, and I just didn't realize. It was like, man, you're just 15 and you're making it through, so just realize a bit. Or if you can start your football career at 9, begin at 9. If you can start at 11, start at 11. And it is also an advice for guys that maybe say, hey, I'm 16, I'm 17, I'm 18, I'm 19, I'm 20, I'm 21 right now, and actually I still think that I have an opportunity. And it's just an advice that at whatever moment you are in your life, you are the youngest version of yourself. So just begin now, because if you don't take it seriously, and it takes you another year and then another year, you will regret it. Okay, you will regret it. And as I was telling you, I actually was a little bit guilty, because I felt like I was already a little bit old for starting at 15 and starting playing football seriously at 14 or something like that. But don't put that pressure on yourself. I just fell in love with football at that age, and I decided to take it seriously. And I know people that started at 6 and they just decided that they didn't want to make it through, or didn't want to take it seriously, and they just quit at 16 or something like that. Okay, so just try to get involved with the sport as early as possible. Okay, because the younger you are, you will have a lot more opportunities and a lot more time to make it into a team or go to a tryout. Okay, so that's the first thing that I wanted to share with you. The second thing is that, well, the second part of the story is that at 17 I went to a tryout with a team in my local town where I grew up when I was a kid. And actually that was because I went to a tryout without telling my current coach. At that time, I went to a tryout for one of the best teams at that moment here in Zacatecas, and I didn't tell my coach. I just went there because I wanted to prove myself that maybe I could have an opportunity, and I just went over there to the town, and I make it good, but they didn't pick any of us, so I just returned to playing with my team. But doing that made me create a little bit of networking and create some relationships, and actually that really made me realize that playing with other teams and other people will really make me improve. So that was some of the best advices that I could give you, and that is the second point, and is that play as much as you can and with as many different people that you can. Okay, with as many teams as you can. Actually, I didn't play with a lot of team from my 15 to my 17. I actually was just in one academy, but I always try to get experience going and playing with other guys. Okay, so that is the second advice. Try to meet new people and play as much football as you can, always trying to keep you safe. but I I remember that I could just come back from the training from the academy, and it was like 7 or something like that, and I will still go on the street, go out and play with my neighbors, and play until it was like 9 or 10 in the night, and I really had a lot of fun. But all of that experience makes you a better player, but also you have to be careful with where you're exposing to, because a lot of times I get injured playing on the street when I had to be more professional, and don't do that, okay? Because that may affect my weekend game and my weekend performance. And but even with that, I just realized that playing as much as you can, with as much teams as you can, with a lot of different people, will make you a smarter player, a more adaptable player. So that is the second point, okay? So play as much as you can with as many teams as you can, no matter the level, no matter the current situation of that players, no matter what, okay? If you can play with better players, it's okay, but getting the best, the more experience that you can, it will that is will make you improve faster in your early years, okay? And then the third part of this video is that after I went to that tryout in my town, and the next year they made a tryout, and now that will be a professional team, okay? Actually, the team where I didn't make it through at 15, that team just go bankrupt, and they moved the team to my local town. So they didn't invite me. They didn't invite me because they knew me from the previous tryout that I went without telling my current coach. So a coach called me, and he say, hey, you know what, why don't you come here and make the trial, because it will be a professional team, and I think that you will be a really good player for the team. And I just went. I was 17. I think it was my last year of high school, and I just went. I did the tryout, and I made it I make it into the team. So that was the part where I signed my first pro contract at 17. Actually, they don't pay me. They didn't pay me. They just cover all my I don't know how to say, my expenses, my transport, because I have to take a bus every day to go to the town and return back. And some days they will pay me, but that was like nothing, okay? But yeah, and that is the third part. And just for you to realize that doing that, making that decision to go for a tryout without telling my current coach, that give me the opportunity to meet new people, and in a future that people will give me the opportunity to be a part of a professional team, okay? So that comes with the third point. And after I already make it, and I was now a professional footballer in the third division, I actually didn't have a really good season that year in my first year as a professional. But even with that, I just remember go to the trainings with a smile, knowing that I was a good player. And well, like I was telling you, even though I didn't have a really good first season as a professional footballer, I really think that opportunity came to me because I had, and I still have an insane work ethic. Okay, when I did the first preseason at 15, I remember that was the first time that I thought, hey, I will never make it if I don't put more hours than the others, because I'm starting to take this sport seriously at 15, and a lot of the other guys were playing since they were like 7, 8, 9, something like that. They had a lot more experience than me. So if I was actually a really hard worker, that make me even better, even to put a lot more of effort to try to work smarter, because that's all that I really think that a lot of the stuff that you can do to make it is to work harder than the others. Okay, and having an insane work ethic and understanding that even if you're talented, I think that I'm talented, maybe not like a genius of the football, but I actually think I'm talented because I have those opportunities. But even thinking about myself or seeing myself as someone talented, I quickly realized that I had to have an insane work ethic, and that is what make it possible to me to in the future have more opportunities, because if I really think that if I didn't have that mentality and that work ethic, I will never have the next opportunities that I had in the future. So yeah, to finish this video, after that first season, I just moved to another team in the third division, and it was in another town. Actually, the team where I played the first season, they moved that team to another town, and they invite me to the other town, to the other team. But before that, I just go over there, and for like a month and a half, I went to another state all by myself, and I was playing with guys that had already pro experience in Colombia, guys that were older than me, and all of that stuff. I think that it's because I really have the mentality to make some sacrifices and go for what I wanted in my life. Okay, and I'm gonna finish the video in this part. Okay, I really hope you like the story. I've already have a video telling you my story, but that will be this will be a more explained video. Okay, but if you think this helped you, just leave a like, leave a comment, and if I see some responses, I will make the part 2, because there's a lot of stuff that I still have to tell you, and I really enjoyed this because reviewing my story is just like realizing all the stuff that I had to do to make it pro for the first time, and I think that it is much easier to share with you all those things at the time that I'm telling you my story, because you can compare how one thing goes with the other. Okay, I will never have the opportunity to do my first preseason with a pro team at 15 if I didn't start at that age. Okay, and maybe I will even be a better player now if I start earlier, but that's just like I told you, start as soon as possible. Okay, and I already don't think that we'll have those opportunities if I didn't play as much as I did, because from 15 to 17, almost 18, all my life was football. Go to the school, play football, go to train, play football, come back home, play football on the street. But yeah, and that I will never did that if I didn't have that insane work ethic, because thank God I realized soon that I will need that to work really hard, and I was disposed to do that for my dream, and that's just it. I really hope this video helped you to realize a lot of the things that you will have to do in order to make it pro. And as I'm telling you, if you want a second part of this video, just leave me in the comments and I will share with you the second part with another 3 or 4 steps that I think that are essential to make it pro. Okay, and again, this comes from my experience. This comes from my experience from my experience from a guy who has played in Mexico, and maybe another of some of you will not be will not think in the same way, but I really think that the things that I did were essential to make it, at least for my first pro contract. Okay, so that will be all for the video. I really hope you like. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, share with a friend, and leave me a comment. Okay, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.